Hi guys, I just finished up at the doctor. I had my 3-month Zepbound checkup. Did I gain? Did I lose? Did I maintain? We'll get to that in a minute, but I was talking to her about how crazy the last 3 months have been. Crazy in a good way. And it just started getting me thinking about how apprehensive I was about these weight loss drugs. And so I thought I would share a little bit of my story, just basically how I got started on Zepbound and what brought me to that point. So I'm going to backtrack a little bit. I had been seeing my doctor for 3 years, and every time I went for my yearly physical, it seemed that I was gaining weight. And so she ran some blood work, just as a routine blood work, and she wasn't too concerned, but she didn't like some of my numbers, and she thought that with some lifestyle choices, I can get things headed in the right direction. Sorry, it's bumpy. So my 6-month checkup comes around, and not only did I not lose weight, I didn't even maintain my weight. I actually gained weight. So I was feeling really bad about that. And I don't remember exactly what I said, but I kind of made a comment about Ozempic, and I said something like, oh, if it was, safer, I would absolutely try that. And she was like, well, actually, and she started to kind of let me in on some things and basically just told me that there was a lot of misinformation about the side effects that some people were experiencing. And long story short, she just reassured me that most people um, don't have the extreme side effects that I was hearing about on the news. And so she also mentioned that there was this other medication, Zepbound, that had been recently approved by the FDA for weight loss. And she thought that it would be a good choice for me and asked if I was willing to give it a try. So again, I've said it before, but it's so important that you do have a very good relationship with your doctor, a doctor that you trust, because 2 days before my appointment, I was having a conversation with my husband, and I was telling him all the things I was hearing about Ozempic. And they were not good things, they were scary things. And I said to him, I don't know why anybody would risk getting on any of these weight loss drugs, because it just seemed too risky. It seemed like the risk outweighed the benefits. And so here I am at the doctor, and she's educating me on these things and suggesting that I try Zepbound. And because I trust her and I know that she has my best interest in mind, I agreed to it. And so she gave me my first dose at the office of 2.5. And 5 days later, I was so amazed at how effective the medication was that I was outside with my toddler. It was still cold. It was like, really cold actually. And I just whipped out my phone and I decided to record a video to post on YouTube, which I have never done anything like that before. I, of course, had a YouTube account, but never posted anything on it. So that was my absolute very first video, but I was so impressed. It felt like such an amazing miracle that I wanted to shout it from the rooftops and let everybody know how amazing this medication was, that it was a game changer. And little did I know, actually, there was already tons of people with channels doing the exact same thing, way better. But I didn't care. I just wanted to let people know because I was so shocked at how amazing it was. And I was on 2.5, so she did send me home with I believe it was 2 sample pens that she had of 2.5, and I had a prescription for 5 milligrams, but I had called her and I said, this 2.5 is really working, and maybe I could just stay on 2.5. So she was like, that's an excellent idea. So she wrote a prescription for 2.5 for me instead, but the pharmacy didn't have it. So I had to move up to 5 milligrams, which was fine. It was 3 weeks. So if you don't know, doctors, at least initially, were moving people up like every 4 weeks. So it was about the same time that I would have probably moved up to 5 milligrams. So it wasn't a huge deal. But anyway, I was taking 5 milligrams this whole time up until last week when I took my last 5 milligrams. I don't have anything else. I can't find it anywhere near me. I live in a really, really rural community. There's nothing nearby, and I'm just not willing to travel an hour and a half, 2 hours away to my next Walgreens, hoping that they have it. And they're out of stock anyway, so I'm just out of luck unless I want to go compounding. But anyway, I did a video on 4 alternatives if you find yourself in a situation where you're running out of your Zepbound. You can check that out if you want, but I'm basically right now, I'm not doing anything, and I'm just hoping and praying that it comes back in stock. But that's not the purpose of this video. So I just thought it was really humbling. I guess it was God's way of humbling me, because I was so adamant that I would never try these weight loss drugs because they just seemed too risky. And quite literally 2-3 days later, I'm at my doctor's office and she's injecting me with Zepbound. So never say never, right? But there was a lot of fear and apprehension about these drugs because of what I was seeing on the news. And I just was scared. I was scared, but because I trusted my doctor, she felt confident that I wouldn't have those problems, I was willing to give it a try. And it really has, the past 3 months have really been amazing and life-changing. And I never would have thought that I'd say that about a weight loss medication, but it really is. It's absolutely life-changing. I am doing things now that I thought I would never do. I'm walking every day, 5 days a week. I'm walking on average 3 miles, sometimes a little more. I'm meal planning, which is something I thought only the young kids do these days. And I'm doing that. I like to do it. I'm planning my meals. I'm planning my snacks. I find that it's extremely helpful having food that's already set aside for myself that I can just go in the fridge and grab. I don't have to think about what I'm going to eat. It's also helpful to avoid making a bad choice. So if I'm feeling hungry, instead of, having a couple of bowls of cereal, I'll go in my fridge and grab whatever it is, a chicken salad or whatever it is that I have in my fridge that I set aside for myself. So that's been helping, and that's something I thought that I wouldn't have wanted to do, just because I wouldn't have wanted to take the extra time to do that. But it's been very helpful. I actually enjoy doing it. And the other thing has been, I have more energy now. I used to feel so tired all the time, and I still am pretty tired, but that's just because I don't get enough sleep. I'm probably only sleeping on average 5, if I'm lucky, 6 hours a night, sometimes way less. So obviously, I'm going to be tired, but in spite of my lack of sleep, I still have more energy during the day, which has been great and a totally unexpected benefit. I have more motivation now. I did not have motivation to walk 3 miles a day before starting Zepbound. I just feel like it's almost like a snowball effect in the right direction. And that has been the best thing. And of course, I'm very happy with the weight loss. That's been amazing. But honestly, I would take this injection even if it maintained my weight, but I still had the benefits of having more motivation, having more energy, having less food noise, actually no food noise. I feel like I think about food now the same way anybody who has a healthy relationship with food would think about food. I think about it in the sense like when I'm hungry, but I'm not thinking about it every day, all day long. I'm not constantly reaching into the fridge to see if there's something new that I could eat, even though I had just opened it a few minutes earlier. I'm not doing anything like that. And those things alone are priceless. To me, they're priceless. And not to get too dramatic, but I honestly really do feel this. I feel like this medication has given me hope. For so long, I just wasn't able to lose weight, and I just kept gaining weight, and I was almost like a runaway train. Um, it just felt impossible. I didn't think that my body could even lose weight. It felt like my body couldn't lose weight. And I shared this before, but I never had a weight problem growing up. And even as a young adult and after having several kids, I maintained a pretty normal weight. But I don't know, the past 10 years, I guess it just started creeping up. And then specifically the last 4 years, it just really went crazy. But I started to just feel like, yeah, I didn't think I could ever go back to a normal weight. It just seemed impossible. And so this medication has made me excited about the future and excited about the things that I'm going to have the energy to do with my kids. And it's just, I know I keep saying it, but I say it because it's true. It really has been life changing. So I say all that to say, if you're on the fence about this medication, maybe you've heard things on the news, maybe your family has told you things, just give it a try. If your insurance covers it, you really don't have much to lose, but just give it a try. Go into it with an open mind. And yes, of course, there's always going to be people who have pretty significant side effects. That's true of any medication, but the vast majority that are on this medication don't experience those side effects. Most of the side effects are pretty mild. So I would just encourage you to give it a try for a month and see how it works for you, see how you feel, and maybe it'll be the head start that you need, because that's kind of what I feel with this medication. I feel like it's given me that initial push to do all the good things now. And like I said, the walking, the meal prepping, and all of that. All the things that I never thought I had time or energy to do, I'm actually finding time and energy to do them. So yeah, just give it a try. Give it a try, and I think you're going to be very happy. Okay, I'm approaching home, so I got to wrap this up because once I get there, my kids are going to be loud. But my last update was a month ago. And actually, before I share my weight, one more thing. I was doing these weight loss updates every month because I wanted the weight loss to be more dramatic. I am changing that now since I'm not currently taking Zepbound because of the shortage. So I'm doing it instead of monthly, I'm going to do weekly updates. So it's going to be Weigh-In Wednesday. I know that's very original, but every Wednesday I'm going to share an update just because I think I need that accountability. So if you're interested to see if I can maintain my weight and maybe even possibly lose weight, you might want to subscribe so you can keep track and follow along. But okay, so my very beginning, my starting weight back in February 22nd, when I was at my doctor and I took that very first shot, I was 214 pounds. I'm 5'5", so definitely needed to lose some weight. And my last update that I did a month ago, I was, whoops, big bump. My last update, I was 191 pounds. Today at my doctor, and she has a really good scale, so I know it's accurate, I am 181 pounds. So exactly 10 pounds in 4 weeks. I'm very happy with that. That's a little more than 2 pounds a week. I'm thrilled. I'm absolutely thrilled. I also did not eat anything purposely this morning. Went to the bathroom. I did all the things, but I wanted to make sure I had like a really accurate number. So I feel like that's probably pretty accurate. I think that puts me at about, I can't do the math that quick, 33 pounds, I think 33 pounds in 3 months. So very, very happy with that. My plan is to just continue with the good habits that I've been forming on Zepbound, my walking, my meal prepping, and also just having, this is another big thing, just having a very positive outlook and trying not to stress about the shortage, because stress, whoa, pulled in way too crooked. Stress is not going to do anything when it comes to trying to lose weight. And we know that, we've been knowing that stress increases cortisol levels and just makes it not conducive for weight loss. My husband is outside waiting for me. So anyway, yeah, 10 pounds in a month. Very happy about that. I'm about to head inside, but I just wanted to wrap up this video before I do. And if you're subscribed, I just wanted to thank you, because your support, your encouragement, your motivation has been another unexpected benefit of starting this medication and this channel. And it's really been amazing having the accountability and support from you guys. So thank you for the likes, the comments, the shares, all of the above. Thank you. And if you're not subscribed and you like this kind of thing, please subscribe, because I'm not too proud to beg. It would make my day. Talk to you soon. Bye.